I'm getting out because this is one of the most obvious top signals I have seen. People are lining the streets right now to buy gold, telling us that something major is about to flip, and all at a time while the crypto market's full of fear and worry once more. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that means for us and what we can expect to play out in the crypto markets, why I got out of gold, and what I now think is happening to crypto as BlackRock and other large institutions are loading up. If you're feeling fearful and worried right now, this is the video you need to watch. Hit the like button and let's get on with it. Now guys, before we dive in and find out the most worrying thing about being a retail investor in global markets, as well as what BlackRock are doing and why gold topping out is actually incredibly bullish for crypto, just a quick disclaimer. Nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. If you wish to invest in crypto, you should do your own research before investing in anything. Oh, and by the way, these links down below are affiliate links. If you use exchanges or anything else like that I talk about, I will make a small commission, but at no expense to you. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's crack on with it. Now guys, before we find out about this chart, which I really think you're going to want to stick around for, what did I get out of and why? You see, over the last few years, I've been holding a bit of gold. Not in any particularly massive quantity, but I just decided that gold might be something reasonable to invest in that wasn't involved in crypto. Okay, obviously I'm pretty heavy in crypto. I just wanted to look at having other assets and things outside of crypto just to kind of keep a bit of diversity in my investing. I definitely still don't have that much diversity, but you know, I held a bit of gold. And recently I've been looking to take an exit. Why? Because the gold chart, which is XAU USD, has been near enough going vertical. And as you can see from this blue line that I've drawn here, the price is going up and up and up. And because of that, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because that blue line can't start to move that way. Okay, we know that. And if it can't move that way and it can't just keep going that way, then it eventually has to start going that way. Because remember, lots of people bought lots of money into gold down here who will want to be taking it out. And I believe that they've started to do that. But unfortunately, this is where it gets scary for the average retail investor out there. You see, our brains as normal people are emotional. We also like to identify patterns and our brains shortcut the system. This is the reason that you can ride a bike or drive a car without having to really think about it. Your brain has learned different patterns, and in order to make it less cluttered, it's allowing you to operate on kind of a bit more of an automated system. And it's this same thing that is looking at chart patterns like this gold chart and saying to it, well, it looks like it's going up. Gold clearly is a good investment. And then what your brain likes to do is go and look for further confirmation in the form of media and everything else to tell you that it's going to keep going up. And guess what? The people who control these markets are telling you right now on Bloomberg and everywhere else that China's been buying billions of dollars of gold and that the major banks have been loading up on gold because of uncertainty in the markets. And we've seen more uncertainty in the markets because over the last few days, we've gone from having peace in the Middle East to not so much peace in the Middle East right now within a few days. And it's created more and more fear and worry. And this is forcing the gold price higher and higher. But I got news for you. Big banks and everyone out there did not make billions of dollars, trillions of dollars even, by buying the top of bull markets from normal people. They buy down here when they create the fear and worry that gold is going to go lower and lower and lower because of low interest rates or whatever it was back then, whatever the story might have been. They don't tell you to buy at the right time. They need you because you provide the liquidity for them to be able to get out the market. So what do? They create all these news and media articles, which we've started to see, and that kind of got me thinking that maybe I should take my exit. And then today, I see people lining the streets in New York and London and various different places to go and buy gold. As soon as normal people start to do this, this is my time to get the hell out. Because why? Normal people will always be used as exit liquidity. And unfortunately, it's a sad truth. That's what we should be careful for. So if you want to know what the top of a bull market looks like, look at gold. People lining the streets to buy it. And on top of that, the search for gold price right now is the highest it has been in 5 years, and I would probably hazard a guess the highest it has ever been. I can't see back, unfortunately, to August 2020, which was the last time that the gold price topped. Now, why does this all matter to us? This is the house of crypto, not the house of gold. Why do you keep talking to me about gold? Well, because gold and crypto kind of work in opposite directions almost. When gold is going up, crypto sort of looks a bit flat, sometimes goes down, as you know. And on the flip side of things, when crypto is going up, gold is often falling. So I've got two charts for you, which I think you're going to want to see. And this is the first one. It's XAU BTC. And as you see, look across this chart. On the 4th of November or 5th of November, back in 2024, which is nearly a year ago now, we saw the gold versus BTC price fall by nearly 30% in like 3 or 4 days. And at this time, gold wasn't really going down. Okay, gold stayed flat, Bitcoin just went up. Then what we start to see is from the sort of 6th of December till around the sort of 15th of December, we start to see this bottoming. Now, remembering back to like the 15th of December, for those of you who can remember, we saw basically Bitcoin starting to top around here. You can see this is what, 15, 16, 17, like 19, and then, you know, it starts to come down again before Donald Trump goes into office. So Bitcoin tops at the same time that gold bottoms against Bitcoin. And you're right, it's because Bitcoin's going up and down. But lo and behold, we then see this return to this exact same point nearly 5 months later, and then it turns around again. Now, what happens then? 9th of April, 7th of April. Sounds familiar, right? Go back to the charts. 9th of April, 7th of April. Interesting. Remember, that was when Donald Trump, tariffs and everything were kind of coming in, and everyone was really scared and worried. Lo and behold, within a day or two, Bitcoin was literally like rallying in an absolutely crazy fashion. Around this point, we were going into recession. You know, everything was terrible. We were never going to be able to come out of this alive, and everyone was going to lose their jobs. And then everyone suddenly like made loads of money in Bitcoin. Fear and panic across crypto was terrible here. Terrible. It was then terrible here. It was then terrible here. It's now terrible here. Look at what happens after each and every one of these. Now let me go again back to this gold BTC chart. You can see we are now up in and around this zone again. Now, this is obviously some form of a W pattern. It doesn't mean that gold can't break beyond there on the Bitcoin chart. Okay, if gold pushes up to here, absolutely to be expected, to be honest. Okay, because gold is topping out. It doesn't mean that it can't go a little bit higher before it starts to fall, but it's damn near the top. That's all you need to know. If you go to the comments on Twitter of people who are saying that they're going to short gold, like Altcoin Gordon made a tweet saying he's going to short gold, all these little Timmies down below are like, oh, keep selling it so I can buy more. All right, Peter Schiff. Classic, right? Retail gets really angry when you're telling them that you're going to get out of something near the top. That's a massive top signal. Their confirmation bias tells them it's going to go higher. Now, interestingly, while retail and everyone else is looking towards gold and trying to buy gold, what are smart money doing? They're selling gold. And what are they buying? Well, BlackRock just bought $46 million worth of Ethereum. And for those of you who are like, yeah, but that's an ETF. That's the investors through BlackRock who are buying the ETF. Correct. But as you know, many retail investors aren't really investing right now because they're panicked. The people at BlackRock obviously have people who they advise to buy different assets. That's what BlackRock's business is. They have $9 trillion of assets under management. They advise people to buy stuff. They're advising people to buy Ethereum. I guarantee they're not advising them to buy gold. People's minds are telling them to buy gold and sell crypto. When the smart money's selling gold to buy crypto. You see? It's the opposite. So if you're panicked and fearful and worried right now, that is the exact reason you should calm down. Okay, I feel that panic and worry and whatever as well, and that tells me that the price is ready to turn around. The more fearful and more worried I get, I know the closer I am to seeing that market turn around. Okay, you've seen it happen time and time again over the past few months, right? It's been worse many times. Okay, it was worse around the tariffs. Right now, it feels bad because the prices are low and whatever else. It's not really that bad. Okay, if you're just holding spot, many altcoins will come back very, very fast. And you know, even if you're down lots on these different altcoins, sometimes when the market picks up again, they go up 50%, 60% in a day. Okay, we know that the losses get wiped away and everyone gets excited and everything once more. Cycle repeats. So with extreme fear in the market right now at like 22, which is crazy, I found this chart, which I think is worthwhile looking at. Now, as you can see, on the top is gold, and on the bottom we've got total 3, which is the altcoin market, excluding Bitcoin and excluding Ethereum. I think it's more important for us to check out because, yes, you might be holding some Bitcoin and Ethereum, but really what you want to know is what's happening to the altcoins. That's what I want to know. So let's have a look at it. As you can see, I've taken the liberty to draw these green and red boxes. Now, the green ones basically are when price goes up, and the red ones are where price goes down. Now, at the top, we've got XAU USD, which is the gold price, and at the bottom, total 3. Now, what you can see is during this period of time, from around sort of the 1st of April, 2nd of April, and obviously before that, but we'll just look at this kind of time window because I've only got a laptop and this is what fits on my screen. You're probably looking at this maybe on a mobile device. That's probably smaller. Gold goes up all at a time while altcoins, or total market cap of crypto minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, go down. Rather convenient, okay? And then what we can see here is that the gold price basically flattens out. Total 3 then goes absolutely crazy up. All at a time while gold basically trends down. Then what happens is the total 3 from around the 10th of December, yes, tops here, and then it goes like this until April. And what happens to gold? It goes kind of chops around, and then it does this. And then what happens? Total 3, which is altcoin market, goes, chops around, and then it ends up. Okay, so if we look at the low to the top, it goes up. And then gold basically kind of like flatlines. Doesn't really go down, doesn't really go anywhere. Sort of goes sideways. And then gold goes like up, hard. And at the same time, total 3 is kind of chopping around, puts in this top, and starts to bleed. Now, that should tell us that when gold is going up, give or take a few days, maybe even a week or two, then total 3, or the altcoin market, is going down. And the fact that gold is now telling us significant bull market top signals, like all the media's pushing gold and why gold's a good bet. Gold search term, gold price, is at record highs. We're seeing people queuing up in the streets to buy gold. Tells you that gold's at the top. That means that gold soon comes down. And we know what happens when gold comes down is that the altcoins go up. There's a reason behind this, is gold always goes higher and higher and higher because of various macro conditions. But towards the end of it, people are looking for their exits. Remember, the smart money want to get exits. So they make all the hype and excitement in the market, okay? Hype and excitement is definitely here right now. Peter Schiff's out there like trolling Michael Saylor about Bitcoin and having these like billionaire battles on Twitter about like crypto and whatever else. Pretty sure that if I ever became a billionaire, I would not spend much time on Twitter, to be fair, okay? Sorry to any billionaires watching this video who do like to spend time on Twitter, but that's just me. So yeah, things shouldn't be that bad. I get it though. How much worse can it get in the short term? This guy on YouTube and this guy on Twitter and whatever told me that it can go here and there and wherever it can go. Absolutely. Probably can go here, there, and wherever else as well. But it doesn't really matter because fundamentally, gold price has to come down. It's near the top. Every top signal is flashing right now. When gold comes down, altcoins go up. And that's because gold represents basically a time of uncertainty. We're moving from uncertainty to certainty. And that's because of what I told you in the last video, where China is about to have its annual meeting on the 20th to the 23rd of October, where they're going to announce easing, which will drive M2 money supply into crypto. And guess what? During that Chinese meeting, they will also discuss the trade deal with the US. US and China don't want to have a trade war. We've seen tweets saying that they're not at a trade war right now. They're just trying to work things out. They're trying to push each other around. Two big kids in the playground trying to assert dominance on each other. That's going to move out the way. This thing in the Middle East. Okay, I'm not some sort of geopolitical expert, but I know because I've seen it happen time and time again. It's always blown into bigger proportion on a media side than it really should be. It's clearly been driven, in my opinion, to drive up that gold price to its kind of like final ends right now. That's going to do topping out. Things are going to get exciting. If I look at the Ethereum chart right now, it sits in this kind of downtrend here. Can it break down here? Well, yeah, because it did the other day, but I don't really expect it to. Right now, effectively, we're putting in a higher low, okay? If it chops around here, it doesn't invalidate what I've said. It just means it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm not expecting right this second for it to do this, but it can. All you really need to realize right now is the bull market never finished. We never saw anything for crypto like we've just been seeing for gold, okay? People haven't been going to like Bored Ape yacht parties and buying $400,000 pictures of monkeys. Every celebrity out there hasn't changed their like thumbnail picture to a CryptoPunk and all the other good stuff that happens at the top of crypto bull markets, okay? Just calm things down. I appreciate it's choppy. I appreciate it's not working out how you might have thought, but this is just being early in a crypto bull market. We are in a bull market. If you zoom out on the Ethereum chart, it's been in a bull market since April. It's now just simply in a bull flag and it's at the bottom of that bull flag. Perfect time, okay? This is the time that everyone wants to panic and exit out, but it's the perfect time to enter in. That's why $9 trillion under management BlackRock has been buying, while a few people who've been in the crypto markets for like 3 months since like July are like going, oh, I'm getting out of this. This is not what I expected, okay? Classic. Happens every time. Hopefully by now you know better. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, found it useful. Have a great weekend. Remember, things are okay. Okay, soon. It's all going to calm down. Things are going to get better. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.